Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 medieval historical battle. This is the Battle of Courtrai, the Golden Spurs. So, we have command of the Flemish army, and the French will be attacking. Historically, this is kind of a one-sided battle, but it looks like the scenario has been modified to give the French a bit of a chance. We're deployed a little further back from the stream. The most famous weapon used was a Godendog, which is basically a spiked club. And if this was a total war game, there'd be whole units of Godendog men running around. But mainly they were integrated within the larger mass of spearmen. I did get to actually see a Godendog at the Chicago Museum of Art. They have a really nice medieval arms and armor exhibit there. It's, well labeled and explained and all that for all the rich people's stuff. But if you look, or at least last time I was there a few years ago, if you look up on the ceiling, there's a bunch of unlabeled poor people trash, and amongst that was a Godendog. No label, no explanation or anything, but, true nerds could appreciate. So we need to try to, hold the stream and shoot down the knights and then flank them as they get bogged down. Sadly, we can't move. If I could, I would probably want to withdraw these units behind the obstacle or push them up to the stream. As it is, looks like we can move our reserves, but that's about it. And there's a garrison in the castle. But we got obstacle. I mean, we could take pot shots, but really, why would I? I think I'd rather save the ammunition for the knightly cavalry. These might come out and trash us a bit, but, that's okay. We'll put up with it. So, then the only decision is where do we want our reserve crossbowmen? We've got some built-up areas we could take advantage of. Well, let's spread out to leave some options open, and the crossbowmen can maybe get in that village. So, we'll see what happens. I played this in single player during the Storm of Arrows beta, but I have not played it in multiplayer. Next turn, after the initial skirmishing, the French foot have been ordered to retreat to allow the knights to advance. Both sides' missile troops are now low on ammunition. The French foot dare not move until later in the battle. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to shoot the knights down. Can we move yet? We cannot move yet. Lovely. Alright then. Let's get ready to pop you into that built-up area. And not really much more we can do. Alright, next turn, let's see how terrible the impacts are. Well, that's nice. Alright, now we can all move. So let's start doing that. Maybe you can move through the marsh slowly to get around. Alright, you cannot move. It's a bit dodgy, but that's alright. Huh. Okay, this is not horrible. The problem is we need to make room to push back so we could hit that unit, and I don't know if we're really in a position to do that. Let's prepare. Stay there. Yeah, charging is extremely risky. But if it works out, then we can advance a bit more so when they fall back next, they'll be in the stream, which is good. This also opens up an opportunity to push that unit a bit. And then we can start getting crossbowmen ready to shoot at them next turn. Low ammo crossbowmen, so it's not exactly going to be super powerful, but it's better than nothing, and I guess since we're at low ammo, we might as well plink away. Need we do more? Let's hold off and see how next turn develops. Next turn. Now we can't be surprised if they rally, they're at close to full strength. Yeesh, there we go. Hopefully they rally up from that. Could get dangerous. Alright, so we're gonna have a breach here. Alright, we should see just how badly this goes before we try to move around at all. Could be worse. I'm going to keep our distance from the routers if we can. Could risk taking a charge, but you would just move them and they'd fall back anyway, so maybe not especially worth it. Alright, then what? We might need to square this unit so it can't get rolled. I think I'm fine with that. Here, it might be worth being a bit bold. We go here. Ah, damn. Thought they could move. Now we can start bothering them. Not much, but hopefully enough. I'm not sure which way they would fall back if I charged them now. I guess we don't necessarily need to find out yet. If we slip this unit here, then we could start hitting them from the side. You need to face away, general up. Some crossbow fire going in there. And maybe actually turn these units towards the breach, or the opening breach. Okay, yeah, slow and steady. Did not realize these were here. I guess they should be planking away for some reason. Next turn. Yeah, so this is better because it's not open terrain, so we can fend off their charges or charge into them without a huge amount of damage, unlike this situation. Good, that locks the unit into the melee for a turn. Well, fine, we'll keep 2 units back here. I don't think these archers can go anywhere. No, not really. Okay, so for one thing, we can shoot. Keep them zoned. Let's move here. Then do the bad thing. Worked out. And next turn we can hit them from the side. Then you can reroute elsewhere. Go there. Oh, I see, we can't keep them both blocked in. Well, that one's more isolated. It doesn't present flanking problems, so let's just push him off. No? No. That means I'm going to have to take risks to cover that flank. Unless I wish to do it with more vulnerable Pfisiers and crossbowmen. It's a risk either way, so we'll charge. Ouch, but then we can do that and we are set. Here, push him back. Inspire the men. Good, then we can take advantage of this ongoing engagement. Charge him from the flank. These men have pole arms, so heavy weapon. So enemy armor advantage drops to 25. Interesting. Okay. Then, unfortunately, the bad thing. No? Not yet, it seems. Interesting. Okay. Well, you keep them zoned. Maybe pressure with some crossbow fire. Could also just do a bad thing, but let's see what the reaction is first before we risk it. I want to send more units around that flank. Well, you're a bit far away. Okay. We'll see how it shakes out. We'll give it a little bit more time before we start doing more aggressive pushes. Good, something like that. Next turn. Yeah, some rallies are to be expected, really. So both units are disordered, so we can charge in with the other unit into the clear. This could hurt. It does. Well, let's see. That could work. They'd be trapped in a melee. Let's unsquare this unit. Keep them zoned. Great. Let's risk it. Good. Keep shifting over the direction of the breach in our line. Good. Keep working on that. Here, shove them off. We can do that because it's not open. Then pile in. Now we should be able to bag those two. Their armor advantage is only 90 instead of 100 because we have heavy weapon 20%, so canceling 20% of the first 50 armor advantage. We also get overlappers plus 15 for having integrated either heavy weapon or swordsman in a spear or pike unit. So basically that 20% heavy weapon is giving us 25 more POA. Pretty nice. But for impact purposes, the unit acts like full offensive spearmen, I believe. Let's see. Impact. Yep, that's right. Why don't we once again take a risk? This is good. Having done so, we can go here. Then we can go here. We can seal in one unit. And eventually stab them down. In the meantime, we're gonna have to keep standing our ground here, I think. I mean, well, let's take a risk here. Not pretty. And then take a risk here. But having done so, then these 3 units are in a position where they'll be hard-pressed to really push us into open ground, so this unit can come back still, unfortunately. I mean, I don't think we're going to get a chance to see anything here. Okay, so here we're not close enough, so I'll have to fight them for a turn. Great. Move aside a bit. Maybe you can go there and start shooting them. Just our commander. I don't think they need to do anything drastic at the moment. My apologies, there's no voiceover this turn. Next turn. Oh, that's a shame. We should be able to catch him out anyway. Alright. Starters, why don't we make sure they're stuck in the melee. Zone them out. And just pile in. Okay. Right. This could get awkward. He set up a potential flank here. We need to try to break these knights before he can pull that off. Come on. Nope. Well, yes. Right. So then we're gonna have to just try to move to hit them in the flank after they auto-drop us, unfortunately. It's not ideal. Let's do that. Now they're stuck in melee, at least for a turn. Oops. Keep shooting. We need to start getting ready to confront the infantry, I suppose. That would be a good way to get more points on the table. I don't know if charging out here is really advisable. It's tempting, but even if it resulted in a disruption, I don't know that we could take much advantage of it. So let's stay slow and steady then. Yeah, so once he retreats from the stream, it'll get more awkward, so we should just finish killing as many knights as we can before considering pushing out to attack the infantry. Next turn. Oh, hello. Okay, so we knew that was coming. Ouch. Could be worse. Okay, zone them out. You get behind them and then charge them from the side. And we can just pile everyone on and murder them next. Drive them off so that we can zone them out. So if they fall back, they have to take a check. Lovely. Get in there. Okay. Then we have enough numbers now that we can start to do things like maneuvering behind to try to trap them, and then we can engage after that. Very good. Trap them. Let's actually prepare to cross over and engage the infantry if we can. Here, we can have a staring contest here. We're severely disordered, but they will be too, so it's fine. And otherwise, not much need to move yet. Maybe just you. Where should you go? I mean, whatever, just wander over there. Next turn. The Knights are superior, so we do have to expect some of that sort of thing. Bounce those charges no problem so long as we're in the stream. Or at least so long as part of the combat involves the stream. Now, that's a mistake. Now they're stuck in melee. We'll be able to pile in and make sure they remain stuck in. Right, let's pile in. And one thing a lot of people don't notice, it's the facing of the banner, not the facing of the men. So that's still a flank charge. Yeah, looking at those melee POAs, heavy weapon, 110 for armor and heavy weapon. And then the Knight's armor advantage max versus heavy weapon troops is 50. Right, so then we're what? Armor advantage is normally 100 against protected, so let's see, I'm trying to think. So it'd be 75. So I guess we're negating the first 50 armor advantage out of 75, so that leaves 25. And with the this here's a crossbowman, the defensive spearman, eliminate the mounted swordsman POA. So this unit's probably better, given that they are spearmen, so they can endure nightly charges a bit better. reducing their POA by 50, and then in the melee, if they stay steady, they do okay. They'll actually do worse unsteady than the heavy weapon foot would, which is certainly an edge case. All right. Let's work on the auto break there. Not much need to do more, to be honest. Yeah. Was that? Let's see. You can go there. You shift down. You can fight these melees. There we go. That should be match. Okay, there's GG. So I think playing as a French, maybe you need to, when you do charge along these straight parts of the battle lines, leave about half your knights not charged so that the Flemish have to, yeah, that's nice and all. The Flemish have to do very bad charges into shot cavalry and open terrain to force them back, and that could lead to frags and openings, while concentrating on getting as many knights as possible here into this open ground where he did initially make a breakthrough. Seeing as the French foot really isn't going to be any help, it's a bunch of, low ammo crossbowmen and javelin men. But that's my idea. Who knows if I do much better if the sides were switched. We'll try it sometime, but for now, we'll forge on. So good game. Till next time.